Hey guys, Timmy Chuck here, and in this video, I'm going to walk you through how to plan your next 90 days, your next quarter, in 10 minutes using a combination of AI Sidekick. So this is AI Sidekick inside the perfect week, and using, more importantly, outcome first execution. So we're going to walk through what is outcome first execution. Then I'm going to walk you through this agenda here, which is going to have you set up your goals and your priorities for the next 90 days using AI Sidekick and using outcome first execution. Okay, so what is outcome first execution? Well, the contrast is between these two images here. And what it isn't is having multiple tabs open each day, having multiple AI chats going at once, and not knowing which of your daily activities is tied to what goals and to what priorities. So I call this spray and pray prompting. And what we want to have happen, and this is the biggest unlock, at least for me personally, is at the end of a day or at the end of a week, I want to know that did the things that I work on drive and move the needle in terms of being connected not only to my projects, but also to my goals, and even more importantly, to my vision, where I see myself in the next coming years. So if we can create this kind of linkage between what we're doing each day and each week, it's going to allow us to focus on fewer things. It's going to serve as a filter when it comes to our not to-do list, so that we have a real sense of momentum every single day, every single week. So we're kind of pulling from the future into our tasks. And to do that, we have the perfect week operating system, which has been designed, purpose-built with this in mind, to always link your vision all the way down to what you work on weekly. Okay, so with that in mind, what we're going to do with our agenda here is we're going to first lock in our vision. And to do that in the perfect week, we have this thing called the Future Self Grid, which is inspired by the Harada Grid. Now, the Harada Grid is a method that's been used famously by athletes and high performance people, including Ohtani, the baseball player, where you have your areas. So if this is your life goal right here, you break it down into areas, and areas get broken down into goals and habits, and what does it look like to have your family life dialed in. So for example, I have one-on-one dates with my kids. I have regular dates with my wife. We go on vacations, one big one maybe per year, maybe one little one per quarter. So getting that really dialed in. And the benefit of spending a few minutes on this is that in the perfect week, when you leverage the AI Sidekick, which you'll see over here, when you leverage this, it's going to help you build this out, number one. But number two, when it comes to planning out your goals and your projects, it's going to take this in mind. It will know and have context around where you want to be, where you see yourself in the future when it comes to your financial goals, family goals, health goals, career goals, etc. So you'll see we've got our AI Sidekick that can help you get this built out. Okay, so that's step one. And I'll walk you through how to do that. So future self vision, and then we're going to look at last quarter's results. So you'll see if you are working in quarters, which I highly, highly recommend. Now, working in quarters is kind of like the Goldilocks time frame. It's not too short, it's not too long, and you're going to see that we've built in a way that you can extend goals and projects into future quarters. But when we break it into 90-day increments, it gives us this ability to create a 90-day timeline. And you'll see that we have this pace bunny automatically built in. So you'll see chronologically how you're going through the quarter, and the goal is to stay on pace with that bunny, essentially. So what we're looking at here is we're looking at a quarter, and within the quarter we have your goals. I recommend having one goal that is professional or work related, and one goal that is personal related. And within those goals, you can nest your projects, right? And again, above this is your vision. So what we want to have happen, again, link your vision, which is your Harada Grid, your future self, to your goals, to your projects, and then to your tasks. And this is what's going to help you get momentum, stay focused. And it's also going to provide context for your AI Sidekick to help you plan your projects, keep you unstuck, keep you focused, and plan out your days and your weeks. Okay, so you're going to look at your last quarter results in your projects, and then we're going to extend projects into the next quarter. that you want to continue with. And we're going to create and update your projects essentially for the next 90 days so that you can get really dialed in. So with that, let's jump into the Perfect Week operating system. And again, just to familiarize yourself, if you haven't seen this yet, I'm going to close AI Sidekick. You're going to see on this dashboard, we have your goals, and goals have, let's just zoom in here. Goals have projects. So we can collapse this. Here's a goal. Here's another goal, project in this. We can drill down into projects. So let's just drill down into this one. And it's going to filter everything else here. So it'll filter your tasks. So if I go test like this task will be linked to this project, which will be linked to the goal. So it's always going to keep you focused, and it's going to give you guardrails essentially. As you create resources as well, so links or pages, those also would be linked to this project. So I'm going to just undo, and we can get back to our main view here. You'll see we also have your habits widget down here. But in this video specifically, we are going to focus on your goals. So we could do this from here, but I'm actually going to jump over to our goals screen here. Okay, so before we go and create a bunch of goals and projects, you first want to look at your current or your previous goals and projects, and you want to extend them into the next quarter. To do that, you're going to click on the plus button. You're going to click on Extend Current Projects, and you're going to select the next quarter. I've already done that. Here you would see the quarter and the projects, and you can select them. And what it's going to do is it's going to bring all of the unfinished work. It's going to leave the finished work from last quarter. It's going to bring the unfinished work over so that you can start fresh, but you're not going to lose all of the stuff that you'd previously worked on. So number one is you're going to extend. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to open up the AI Sidekick. I'm going to click on this button here, and we're going to say plan my next quarter. This is going to tee up AI Sidekick, and it's going to give it a prompt so that it knows exactly what we're doing. If you want to focus on the chat alone, you can just click the full screen mode, and let's just zoom in on progress. So here it's going through, again, your Harada grid. It's looking at your vision. It's looking at your goals, all of your open tasks, all of the context. And you can see here conversationally, it's going to help you pick exactly what you want to have done. So based on this prompt, what it's going to actually do for you is it's going to look at your vision, which you've already created. It's going to look at your last quarter goals and everything you accomplished. It's going to look at the projects that have been completed and what is outstanding. And it's going to look at all of your open tasks. It's going to take all of this information combined to give you a recommendation. So I'm just going to accept and apply all. I'm just going to say apply all. And what it's going to do is update the projects and goals over here. So let's just collapse here. Okay, so at this point, our AI Sidekick, Howard, has updated our goals for the quarter, updated our projects for the quarter, helped us determine what the outcomes for the projects are for the quarter. And you can see these tasks are carried over from the previous quarter, so you can remove them or you can update them. But what I'm going to do is, this is kind of the unlock with Howard here, our AI Sidekick. I'm going to do two things. Thing one is I'm going to click Get Me Unstuck with our projects and our goals. So that's going to kind of kick us off here. So Get Me Unstuck, and remember the power and magic here is it has full context of your tasks and your projects and your goals and your vision, which is going to make this much more powerful than just a generic AI chat. And notice it's not going to blow smoke. It's going to be extremely direct. It's going to be first principles in terms of how it looks at things. It's not going to tell you what you want to hear. This is calibrated to be really honest so that you can actually move forward. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just say, okay. And then I'm going to say Groom My Tasks, which by the way is also a playbook here, Groom My Tasks. And it's just going to update our tasks here to move all of the overdue ones and update the schedule so that you don't have to do it. And it's going to understand the priorities of these tasks, which are related to the outcomes, which are related to the projects and goals, and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so all of our tasks have been updated. Now let's just retrace our steps and go back to what we've covered here so far. And then for kind of your main area to focus now, you're going to be looking at the main dashboard. So again, your dashboard has your goals and projects are right here. Your tasks are right here, resources, notes right here. And there's a filtering option where you can drill down and click this and it'll open all your tasks and resources in one view. to expand your goals, you just click here. Okay, so this is kind of your central command, and the daily workflow is really simple. You can have your AI Sidekick pick your top 3 daily, and we'll just do that now. So pick my top 3, and your top 3, there's only room for 3 up here. It's basically just going to star your tasks like this, and they'll pop up into your top 3. So let's do this. Let's say, okay, sounds good. And Howard is going to pick our top 3 for us. And then we're just going to click on focus mode so that we can stay laser focused on these top 3. So let's click focus. Now, in addition to focus mode on your top 3, you can also leverage the Chrome extension, which allows you to see your tasks in front of you regardless of the tab that you are in. So that is how to leverage the outcome first execution method along with the Perfect Week operating system to get your quarter and your next 90 days dialed in, so that every day, every week, everything that you work on is linked not only to your projects, but also to your goals and your vision. So I hope that helped, and I will see you in the next video.